Hey guys, I'm back on our Boost Sparks updates. Let's get started. So Surging Sparks continues its decline. It's now at 224. It's just down about $3 down from yesterday. This is the lowest I've kind of seen in a while, especially consistent sales. And honestly, like there's a bunch of boxes listed at that price, so it could honestly keep going down. That's kind of the trend that I see it's going. Um, yeah, like when there's so many boxes at around the same price, it shows that people are trying to offload it. I haven't really looked at like the popularity, direct popularity of Surging Sparks. Like, are people talking about it, um, or is it open as much? But it seems like the reprint really hit it hard. And demand is still going pretty decent. Like yesterday was, the other day was 36, and yesterday was still 23. So still a good amount of people are buying at these prices. But yeah, the price keeps going down. So uh, I kind of predict that it will just keep going and then it'll reach a low point and go back. But yeah, considering it's been such a hype set, it's just interesting how people have kind of had relatively enough of it. It's just so cheap compared to other boost boxes, like even Temporal Forces, which is another highlight for today. It went back up to 222. There were some boxes hovering around 210 for a while, and now those have been bought out. It's back at 222 again. And actually, it can still actually run up, like 222. There's two boxes here. There's another one here, but I think that's 225 and 229, 230. So usually what happens is that people will just put more temporal forces to keep the price a little lower. But as of now, like it's really not that far from reaching the next price points, aside from technically these picture listings over here, which actually some people really do ignore these picture listings. So it's just crazy how it's around the same price as Surging Sparks right now. It's only been selling at like 3 per day. I guess some people probably buying the picture listings, or I guess not. All right, so and I'll just go over some of the rest of the box in order. Just tell you what I've been seeing with the data. Though Paldea did go down $2 and Obsidian is down 3. So SV base, pretty slow, selling 3 per day the last 2 days. And it's kind of stuck around this 220 mark. Just a lot of boxes around 220, especially at TC Sunrise. Usually, when there's a seller that has like at least 10 or 20 boxes at the lowest price, usually it's a little harder for the price to move up because it takes a while for all those boxes to sell out. And it's usually like the same group of sellers, like TC Sunrise. I have seen them before list like lower listed boxes. For Paldea Vaults, it's at 296. As I said before, humans have a mental resistance to the next rounding point. So in this case, the next rounding point is like the next 100. So going to 300 is a big resistance point. Going to 200 was big resistance points as well. And so it's just people are resisting going past 300. Demand for Paldea has actually been pretty good. 9 and $9 day and 11 yesterday, telling you 10 bucks a day. That's more than other booster boxes, even though it's the most expensive Scarlet booster box. So people they want Paldea, they see the value of it, and they're still willing to pay this price. So that's a good sign. But yeah, it's still hovering around the 300 marks, and there's not like a ton of boxes. Like it does go up like $1 each time. This is not as bad as what I saw with Surging Sparks, but I could see it like going like down as people like list sales, and it kind of depends if people buy them up quickly enough or not. Although a lot of these are kind of sellers that are less well known, that's also a good sign because it just shows like that the amount of people having Paldea Evolved is actually getting lower and lower. Alright, so Obsidian Flames, I said it went down like $3. Yeah, it just has some more sporadic sales, like nothing sold on the 18th and nothing sold on the 21st, and only 2 boxes sold yesterday. This price is like 243 and or 244, and then it goes to 245 and 247. Oh yeah, King's Game is back. Having Obsidian Flames, like they're notorious in the past for kind of pushing down the Obsidian Flames pricing because they would keep listing prices at a certain price point where if they just rose the price, it would have gone up more. But yeah, they have about 6 over here, so it's not as bad as before. But yeah, so usually before they'd list like over 10 or 20 boxes, and it would just be really hard for Obsidian Flames to go down. But yeah, with that, there's probably some resistance there at 245. Paradox Rift 215. It's been selling okay. I mean, at least consistently, but it's only been like consistently like $2 or $3 a day. Every now and then it goes to 5. And Paradox, yeah, there's just this resistance from this Vegas singles at 8. Otherwise, I'd say it could go up to like 219. But yeah, that and HP up cards, there's already $13 in between them, so that's just a bit of resistance. And Paradox still, like, throughout time, it is like one of the more, I don't know, hated sets, but it's like one of the more like passed up sets. So it's something that repeatedly happens. Temporal, I think I already talked about. Twilight is still around the same place. It's been selling at like 4 or 5 per day. And yet the seller that's influencing it the most is those multi-monster deals at 13, so it's just going to take a while for it to get past that. Stellar Crown, that's still at 220, and there's 7 boxes at 220, and it could go up. So it's selling at 4. It sold 5 yesterday and then 4 the day before. And so I was thinking it could possibly go up, but it seems like a little stuck here. Yeah, there's a chance there'll be an increase in demand of Stellar, but as of now, it'll probably still be 220 tomorrow. All right, and then for Sword and Shields, let's see, the big highlights are Rebel Clash went down $14. I think that was just a price, like a listing change. That wasn't really any sales. Astral Radiance is down $1. There are some boxes that actually have more demand though, and I guess I'll start with that. So I'm still saying Lost Origin and Silver Tempest, they have the best demand. So if you see like this was a sale and then nothing sold, but you're seeing like there's pretty okay because these look like Scarlet demands, but like these boxes are way more expensive, so they should be selling less. But yeah, 3 Lost Origins sold yesterday. 2 sold the days before. I don't know, like we're just at the point where like the market will flip eventually, but right now we're in a slow period, and I think part of the reason why people buy Lost Origins because they like it, and there is just a pretty good price discrepancy between like the lower listed boxes at 323, and then you start jumping over here. So I think people are seeing that, and also people just like Lost Origin, and I think they're willing to pay the $100 more for Lost Origin. Because I guess Fusion Strike seems a little out of reach, because Fusion Strike is like a double the price. You could get 2 Sword Chip booster boxes for the price of a Fusion Strike booster box, but Lost Origin is just a little more expensive, so I think that's part of the reason why. I think Silver Tempest is also because it's a little cheaper, so it's a little bit of a discount and can still rise up. It didn't really rise up that much in the bull run, so but yeah, Silver Tempest, 9 of them were sold yesterday. There was a day with like 6 and 4 sold, and other days was a little slower. But Silver Tempest has been selling pretty good. Yeah, I've never really figured out the exact reason why these things sell, but a lot of times Lost Origin and Silver Tempest do sell better. I feel like because they are like later sets, it's one of the big reasons. But yeah, I've just seen this pattern happen like repeatedly. But you see like over here, this is like 340. It does jump to like 350 pretty soon, so it could jump to 350. Like tomorrow, and then make back some of the losses. Alright, and then Social Base, no change. Rebel Clash, the price changed, but you see like nothing's sold, so I guess probably the seller appeared, and that's what made the box price go down. Dark Displays, 1 box sold. Vivid Voltage, 4 boxes sold, not bad, but a lot of these boxes, there's not really much room for growth unless people buy a lot, so I'm not really going over the pricings. Battle Styles, 5 sold, so there was a little spike in Vivid and Battle Styles. So Chilling Rain, 1 sold yesterday and today. Pricing still around the same. Evolving Skies, I think there's finally a sale. There was 1 sale after not having a sale a really long time, and there's also some loose packs being sold for like close to $1,000. A lot of the boxes are still at 1914. And Fusion Strike, no boxes have been sold. There's just been resistance buying Fusion Strike at this price. Brilliant Stars has been selling like 1 per day, so it's just not as much. Its price is kind of stuck around the 320, the 420s. Astro rating's down $1, nothing sold. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys, bye.